This is the third year that I've come up to fish the spawn run, the Yukonbean River spawn run. I must say, last night and this morning I wasn't really feeling it, so decided to take advantage of the fact that I know many anglers are sort of attracted to the Yukonbean River. So what I've actually decided to do is go on a little explore and fish any little streams that I come across, and hopefully have them to myself. And that appears to be the case with this little stream that I've come across here. Not sure if it holds trout or not, but pretty confident it does. And so for a little mission like this, because I'm pretty remote, the number one thing is I've switched on my Garmin InReach and I've put it into the tracking mode, which drops a breadcrumb every 10 minutes on a permanent Garmin map, a map that has a permanent URL. So Barb's, for example, or Linton, they could go to that map and they could see well, I suppose they'd see where I've dropped down dead or injured. Hopefully not. That's the first thing. The second thing is just in terms of the setup for something like this. So I would just typically bring a 4-weight rod and fish a dry dropper. So that's what I've actually got set up here. It's actually a 3-weight rod, overweighted with a 4-weight line, and I've got a 10-foot 4X leader, and I put a little indie clink, and then down below that on 5X I've got one of Devon Olsen's SpaceX. And when I don't know what to do with the river, when it's new, what I typically do is just walk downstream for 40 minutes. I used to do a lot of hiking in South Africa, and I pretty well realized then that if you just walk for 20-30 minutes, you get away from people. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to walk downstream for 40 minutes and then fish back up to the car, and then I can have something to eat, or if I haven't caught anything I can leave, or if the river looks good I can carry on fishing above the car for as long as I want, because although I'm only starting at noon, I've pretty well got 6 hours to fish if I want to. So that's the plan. Well, you got to be careful. That's me falling into a hole and nearly breaking my rod. Well, I am as remote can be, or as remote as I'm comfortable getting. So I've walked 43 minutes, and yep, 2.23 Ks. This is my river for the day. Haven't seen any rises yet, and I'm down by a very prominent landmark over there. Some stone structures. So anyone who's fished this will know where I am, but I'm certainly not going to be mentioning the river.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
All the time.
You ever have that feeling? All the time.
I just saw a rise over there. Fish on. Saw him rise. Little smashy rainbow. Well, that's made this trip worthwhile, this adventure worthwhile. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I did not know if I would catch a fish today. Look at him. My God, you're gorgeous. Thank you. Well, so much for trying to fix this with Loctite. That's not good. Damn it. Well, caught that absolutely gorgeous rainbow trout, which I must say it's justification for me going on a mission today as opposed to flogging the Yukon bean. And I caught it on a rod that I managed to pick up. I'm often looking through the different forums, for example the Fly Life forum. I'm always looking for bargains, mainly for my sons actually, but I stumbled across this incredible bargain. It's a Thomas & Thomas 9 foot for a 3, and I think it's called the Thomas & Thomas Horizon. It's at least 20 years old, and it's a 3 weight, but I'm fishing it with a double taper 4 and a very, very long leader, Trout Hunter 10 foot for 4X, extended with 3 feet of 4.5X nylon, Trout Hunter Evo nylon, and then an Indie Clink, or Indie Clink, and then a SpaceX. It took the SpaceX. And this particular rod, I was able to pick this one up basically brand new. I don't know how many times it had been fished, but not very often. The cork was perfect, in other words, 2-3 times. I was able to pick this up for $350. So actually I do think there's some bargains out there, because something that I'm realizing with these trout rods, the more that I invest in good quality equipment and the more I fish, I really don't think some of these new rods are any better than rods were 20-30 years ago. I've yet to find a rod that casts better than my two-piece Sage RPL 8.5 foot for a 5, which is a rod that's 30 years old. It's just this 2-piece, which makes it, it's not great for travel. But this is a 4-piece, probably 20 years old. As I said, $350. And it is superb. Wee bit temperature check. Right, outside. Yeah, it's meant to get to 19 today. It's currently 17. And the water is 8 degrees. There we go. Number 2. Happy days. Wow. I did not see that hole. Oh well. Rod's safe. That's all that matters. I wonder if this has some significance. Tied on here with nylon. Spooked a fish there. It's just in these bushes. I got this little one on a dry. Happy days. And I think that is a brook trout. I think that's a brook trout. I just saw something move over there. So I'm pretty sure that fish spooked the moment that my shadow moved over him. Him. It's a better one on the dry. There we go. Wow. It's on a clink. On a clink hammer. Beautiful. Four hours of fishing for 4 trout. I'll take that any day. Luckily the other part of my net is attached to me. Otherwise I would have lost the net.